EPICS. EPICS in Agile methodology, especially in Scrum, is a big chunk of work that has one common objective which can be divided into smaller user stories. It could be a feature, it could be a customer request, or business requirement. An epic can be spread across sprints and even across Agile teams. An epic can be a high-level description of what the client wants, and accordingly it has some value attached to it. The idea is to break down the work into shippable pieces so that large projects can get done and you can continue to ship value to your customers regularly. Epics help teams break down their work while continuing to work towards a bigger goal. Now let's find one real-life example. Let's say throwing a New Year party at your place can be an epic requirement for you. To do so, you will need to organize your effort, from the biggest objectives down to the smallest details. And you should be able to respond to change, report your progress, and stick to a plan. Now, once you are aware of EPIC, you can drill it down to create smaller tasks like creating a guest list, deciding on a menu, shopping grocery, decorating at home, shopping for a new year, etc. So I hope this makes sense to you. So how to identify epics in Scrum? Epics is something that is fairly a large chunk of work and cannot be completed on the go. It is something that requires decision and brainstorming so that it can be broken down further into smaller chunks. At the epic level, we give rough estimates which can be in the form of t-shirt sizes, swags, points, or any other method that team is comfortable with. The team can track the progress in an epic throughout the burn-down chart which can represent the progress and also reflects if there is any blockers. Now let's see benefits of epics. Epics help in understanding the high-level requirement from the stakeholder and what exactly is needed. It also helps in defining the scope of the work that is in agreement with the client. EPIC articulate effectively about the final output what the user needs. EPIC help to track bigger thoughts in the product backlog without swamping it from multiple things. They allow establishing a hierarchy from the backlog item where the EPIC represents the original idea often closely related to a particular outcome. It also helps in estimating how much time it will take to deliver. Epics are time and again used as a placeholder for new views that have not been throughout completely, or whose full expansion has been postponed till essentially described. Epics are then evolved into split into multiple user stories that help developers effectively manage and refine their product backlog. Now let's see key attributes of epics. Large user story. A user story that cannot be complete within one iteration, which means one sprint. And we need to break down epics into separate user stories before working on it. Now let's see how we can create an epic in today's era. Here's the most simple example of epic. As a customer, I want to be able to purchase online so I can save my time. Surely this will have to be broken down into several user stories. The development of the product starts with information about requirements that the product owner wants, and then the developer starts to ask detailed questions. The discussion starts to uncover that there is much more to consider, and the final result is the decomposition of this epic to the user stories and tasks, which may be pretty complex.